let us begin. Today, Maggie, one of the dear elders of our global community, will be co-hosting this call alongside me, connecting and attuning to the full moon of this month that is aligning itself with both sun and earth to bring us a solar eclipse tomorrow. So this is a particularly powerful time. I am sure that we are all feeling it in one way or another. It seems as though we are being gifted the arduous opportunity to be with the way that a history of violence and pain and loss is not necessarily a history, but is the now as well. This time of war in Palestine and Gaza is inviting us to bear with this and to resource ourselves in the gift and the power of our Sangha, in our connection to Gaia, in whatever we are able to attune ourselves to be able to respond in a way where our hearts are continuing to be open and we are able to enact care and to bring the honoring to the human spirit that is, as the Dharma shares, the seed of our essence, of our nature. And so just to give a little description of the astrological movements of this time that are, like I shared, being mirrored down here. The eclipse tomorrow is welcoming us for a time of gentle introspection and thoughtful awareness, as some deep and old painful material is surfacing us, requiring us to find the support to be able to welcome alchemical processes both within ourselves and in our collective. The capacity to bring the light into the darkness, to bring the light of awareness into that which has been repressed, that which has not been spoken. And so it's a time to resource in connection, in enjoyment, in celebration, to be with what is. The sun is currently in Scorpio, which is this natural inclination for facing our depths and our deepest feelings, while the full moon, will be in the sign of Taurus, which is this urge to give that alchemical process a beautiful container that dignifies this human experience, where we can attune to our senses, to our connection to Gaia, to be able to listen from a full embodied way, to be able to respond. And so these eclipses are a time of speeding up time, of propelling us towards our destiny. It cannot be manipulated. It's as if the master, the divine masterpiece of our human evolution is being sped up through these times, through a portal that welcomes the very best of ourselves to arise. And so we are doing that together in this call as we harvest, in a way, of one of our most recent of movements as a Sangha, which was the Mother Gaia practice, the Sublime Mother Gaia practice Italy retreat. And so just to share that it was a beautiful fulfillment of, after a few years of Cynthia sharing this practice online, we came together, a group of 15 of us, coming from over 10 different countries, to further connect, to further develop our direct connection with Gaia, and to come together to practice in the spirit, sending out the seeds, sending out our aspirations for a collective awakening, for the protection of life, embodying this capacity of the hive mind to be with the challenges of these times, to be with the stories of the individual, and to be able to contain it in the nest, in the nectar of the hive, in the refuge that is the Sangha. There is surely much more to be said about the retreat, but I would say that this is one of the ways to describe it, from which to resource ourselves during these times, to recognize that there are great movements that are not necessarily televised, that are occurring to bring forth the visions that we hold in our hearts. And one of the visions that has been held in our hearts, that will be brought to fruition in the full moon of our of the next month, of the month of November, and for which we are gathered this evening, is the burial of the Southwestern Australia Earth Treasure Vase. That is being stewarded by Julian and his partner Sophie, who are on this call this evening, and who will be sharing with us part of what their journey has been, and will be guiding our focused attention this evening to offer support for the fulfillment of their burial. Maggie, who has been connected to both Julian and Sophie and to the Vase, living in the land of Australia herself alongside Ava, will now be introducing Julian and Sophie after sharing some of her connection to the vase. So come on in, Maggie.
Thank you, Rasul. Hello, lovelies. I will just circle a little on the land here and its place, a little bit of the vases held here in Australia, and the blessings to Julian's vase for the southeast. I think at this time, everything is being called forth for this point of crisis that Rasul has outlined, that we're all very aware of, and including the spirits of the land. So I'll speak a little from the spirit of this land, the spirit of Australia, and its place within this mandala itself. The early Spanish sailors who sailed around the top of Australia to discover it named it Australia del Espíritus Santos, the land of the Holy Spirit. That was their vision eons ago. There was a beautiful elder from Western Australia, where Julian will be placing the vase, Moalachi, who also said, this is spirit country. And the time is now where we have to come to terms with the fact that this is spirit country. Dr. Jacqueline Hobbs once gave a lecture on the nature of different countries, the sort of esoteric principle. And of Australia, she said that Here we have the whole set of records of all the potentials of humanity. And it's based upon what we call the songlines. That a songline is almost like a plasma type frequency, which actually shapes reality. It is highly intelligent, and it actually belongs to the original matter behind the form of this earth. That these songlines hold all of the actual strands of humanity and the potential for us to materialize the great dreaming. And that the dream of this earth is incredibly beautiful. So to add to this, we then had the blessing in this land of Cynthia and the pilgrims coming here to bury the last of the first generation Earth Treasure Vases. And through a beautiful journey through Therese, who's here, we were introduced to Aunty Margaret Catherine, who you will have heard of, Mama to us all, Indigenous elder of the Jawan people. Was actually ended up with the vase being buried on her land under the full moon, a great wildfire burning below the cliff face we were on, and the dingoes howled as we buried the vase. After that placement, Mama said to Cynthia that we had created a new dreaming. I know Elizabeth Christine, beloved here, she had a very profound experience at that burial. You could say she entered into the songline, and a connection between here and Los Alamos was created. One of the many. And of course, connections not only between here and there, but to the many countries within the mother herself, and all that that would bring forth in the years to follow. At the end of that pilgrimage, Cynthia actually bought 4 more little vases, the second generation vases, which she gifted to us. We went back to Mama's land the following year and to determine where the vases would go. So it became that the Mama vase at Mama's land was in the centre, and that the 4 vases would be placed around the outer corners of Australia. So Julian's vase that he is placing now actually completes this mandala within this country that sits within the greater mandala that we're all a part of here. Mama joined us on many of those placements before she passed into spirit. The last one was at Pernalulu in the Bungle Bungles, also in Western Australia, further higher up. We were up on a cliff face burying that vase. Mama stayed down below on the ground level. And as we buried it, Mama gave this wail that was from the depths of being. It was a wail that held the story of 60,000 years of continuous living culture. It was a wail that resounded into the country, the song of the ancient ones. It was an opening of a songline. It was a call, giving further birthing to this new dreaming of which she had spoken. And I think it's easy to correlate that with the wail of the times that we now find ourselves living in. A wail that holds the the pain and the promise that is there, a whale that we're all a part of at this particular time. And here we are with Julian with his vase, placing this one in the land over there, not by chance. Not by chance that it's that land, Julian, Sophie, that you are upon, that you build such profound relationship with. And I think not by chance that it's you, dear Julian, with the enormity of spirit that you have in your own being, the spirit of this country that is so deeply woven into you, as is the spirit of the many lands that you hold. We all know Julian from his didge playing, where he opens and I would say creates song lines. He not only plays the didge, he is the didge. You are a songline, Julian. And I remember on one of the pilgrimages, travelling in the car with you and you speaking, and you spoke of yourself as a young man, where you pledged almost an oath that you would serve the people of this land, particularly the First Nations people of this land. And I've certainly watched you through time with the enormous heart and dedication, but hands-on, that you do this so belovedly. And I know this is woven so heartfully into all this preparation of the years that's gone into all of the vases, but this vase that you're holding now. And this time you have beloved Sophie by your side, who I know whose heart and spirit is completely interwoven with you and the process at hand. So deep honour to you, brother, son, and I pass it to you for your continuing story.
Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Eva. Thank you, Razul. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I can see my sister in spirit, Megan Oogle, is here, an Indigenous woman from these lands. And I just feel like now we're sort of connecting with this sacred land. Megan, if you felt like sharing some of your language to bring us into this space, I'd very much welcome that before I speak. Please let us know if you'd be willing to do that.
Walburning nala kwab nuberich. Walburning nala kwab nuberich. Walburning nala kwab nuberich. Kwab korbobilia. Kwab korbobilia. Kwab korbobilia. Kurt duka kwabarach weirn. Kurt duka kwabarach weirn. Kurt duka kwabarach weirn. Kwab kardich karta. Kwab kardich karta. Kwab kardajan karta.
Thank you. So with that beautiful energy and vibration connected to this land, yeah, I think you've spoken it very well, Maggie, that this land is very much a spirit place, and it's something that I've come to learn through the elders, that we've come to learn through the elders, about this importance of connecting on the spirit level to country and connecting to the ancestors of this land where we are in Wajak, Buja, and this whole region of the Noongar Nation. And the importance for us to understand these ancient ways and understand that we're part of this spirit family of the natural world and our relationship to all of life, and that this is something that elders speak of. And recently we had the opportunity to spend some time at a film that Uncle Noel Nanup had made on Mamang the whale, and there was also Dr. and Paulina from the Kimberley there as well, and their message is very much one about us learning and understanding this ancient language of right relationship to all life, and very much an inclusive message of welcoming us into that family of awareness. And Mum Margaret, who you've spoken of, Maggie, was a beacon of that energy of welcoming us into her family so generously, so lovingly, so authentically. And it was such a profound feeling of coming home to the true spiritual essence of this country, and to feel part of that web of creation. And the Noongar elders here are very much support that as well, and their message was very much one of, if we're to change things in this world, we need to be in our spirit. We need to be in our spirit that is connected to the spirits of all beings. And that level of connection and that communion and that reciprocity and that true care is what's going to change things. And it starts within us. It starts within each person, finding that sacred relationship again to the original people, to the land, to all beings of that land, and feeling that sense that we are part of this web of life, and we can receive and commune with these beings, even though they may be non-verbal. The levels of understanding and connection and communication don't have to be verbal. And I think the greatest mistake as human beings is to think that we are the supremely intelligent, divinely all-knowing species on the planet. And I feel like that has been a big misunderstanding. Like, you know, the whales have been here for 50 million years. You know, we've here as a species, we've maybe been here in our current form 1 million years top. So to think that we have it all and that we don't have anything more to learn is really has been to our detriment. And these Indigenous elders are helping us to understand there is more than just this intellectual understanding of this planet. There is so much more. And it's to do with the heart, and it's to do with the spirit, and it's to do with this sacred, profound connection to all that is. And it's just so beautiful when you feel like you've connected with an aspect of that. I feel like I'm still just such a toddler in this realm. I've had tastes of this connection, but these ancestors hold this for this land. This land holds the vibration of this relationship that's at least 60,000 years, maybe 80,000, maybe a million years. It's hard to know. But that profound connection, that sacred way of being in connection and communion with all beings in such a way that we lovingly, honorably relate to each other, that is the essence of what, you know, we've come to understand through the elders that are here. And they're very much saying, we got to do this together. You know, this, you're part of this country now. You're with us. This work needs to be done. We're here to offer this to you, considering everything that's happened in the history, all the tragedy that's happened that the land has witnessed through all this time. We still want to generously and lovingly offer this connection and this way, because we need you to be part of this journey so that we can all come back to balance. And I feel that this region, the southwest and the whole of Western Australia and the whole Australia, but there is this ancient sacred connection here, and it feels very ready to take people in, those people who feel the call. Sophie, is there anything you want to?
For me, during the Vase, one of the things that came through, which relates to what Julian's talking about, is this profound dreaming of the dolphins and the whales, and the whales that hold the wisdom and the ancient wisdom, and just the pure sacredness of these beings who really do hold very, very high consciousness, and as they are role models to holding that consciousness, we can tune to those vibrations of the dolphins and the whales. And to harm a dolphin or a whale is such a tragic thing. So for their divine protection, it feels part of the entire journey, is this reverence of plants, animals, and everything that holds this divine consciousness as our model.
Yeah. And that's something that really got revealed to us through stewarding this vase, was these very profound channelings that came through Sophie and some of our connections, and a whale appearing one day, just like we were sitting at a cafe and it just appeared, like, and it's so amazing because it was several years ago now, and it came up as a memory online, and it just, this whale just came and it just sat there and it moved, and it let people observe it and connect with it and commune, and just, there is just such a transmission when you meet these ancient beings. And that's what we mean by, you know, it's not a verbal thing. It's a presence. It's a presence that these majestic divine beings hold, and the way, you know, their behavior and the way they relate to each other and the way they relate to humans with interactions. And it's just, it's such a sacred connection and communion. And this region is a place that has 30,000 whales migrate. I think it's the largest amount of whales, migratory whales in the world. And they come from right to the far north of Western Australia for their birthing. And then they come down this coast, down to Antarctica to feed, to replenish, and then they have calves, and then they come back up. And yeah, we've had lots of interactions, and I've had times where I've been surfing and a whale has just popped up right next to me, and I've swum with a whale with its massive eyes staring at me, and you know, it just, it's just these pure connections when the land is preserved. And in the newsletter, we talk about this is one of the most biodiverse regions in the world, so that there's just thousands of species of plants and animals, and it's just a place that is so sacred, and that it could model a way of being for the rest of the planet, or it already does. And there has been some big, it's been so much campaigning to preserve this region of Australia, and because of the forests and the biodiversity and how sacred this place is. And there has been some outcomes, some very positive outcomes in the time that we've been stewarding this vase to protect old growth forests and millions of hectares of country. So we feel like this treasure vase, is supporting everything, in subtle but very profound ways. So yeah, our time with community and holding these ceremonies on the full moon, and just hearing people's deep, deep love and care for this country has been so moving for us. And to just hear the distillation of these incredible heart prayers from the heart go into this treasure vase each month, and from the global community and our community here. Actually, Megan was the first one to offer into the vase, being a traditional person of this southwest region. We felt it very important that the first offering be by an Indigenous person, a woman connected to her family. So yeah, we're just so incredibly grateful for everything that's gone in the direction of elders about where this vase may go. The gifts from Therese and from Jax and people who have sent their medicine for us to, put into the vase from Delphi. We've had Tibetan Rinpoche here in Perth hold it for set like a week when they were doing special ceremonies. So much love and care and medicine has gone into this vase. So yeah, I am feeling quite emotional today, hearing what's been shared so far and how it connects with everything that's happened so far. I just want to really honour Cynthia and the lineage of this practice, coming from Charok Rinpoche, the 106-year-old Tibetan Lama, coming back from its origins from Padmasambhava, and this practice being a terma for these times where there would be disintegration and degeneration, and a method of us reconnecting to the true essence, the spirit, which is very much of the land here. So these ancient Tibetan practices and these ancient indigenous practices of this land, they are so on par, and that's why there's been so much acceptance and willingness for the Indigenous people, because the process and the practice is very much aligned with this deep care and compassion for the beings, all beings that live in this place, to support for the future. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning into the energy of this vase. We're very we feel blessed to open this space for you to share in any way when that time comes.
Thank you, Julian. Thank you, Sophie. Thank you to all the blessed beings that are part of this vase. So let us now go into the meditation, beloveds. So find yourself a place of comfort and we will begin.
Let us begin by taking a few deep breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. Deep and slow. Allowing our bodies to relax. And bringing our hearts and minds together to sense the ground beneath us, holding us, offering stability and calm. Feeling our roots reaching down deep into the earth. And breathing in and breathing out. Drawing up through our taproot the nourishing energies and life force of Mother Earth, which she gives freely and generously. Allowing thoughts of the past and concerns for the future to melt away. Arriving to this precious moment of deep communion with the stabilizing and nourishing energies of our Mother. And from this place of being deeply rooted and grounded, we open up to the light from above, feeling the warmth upon us from the sun and the moon and the stars glistening, feeling expansive as we connect with the vast energies of the cosmos, rooted below and connected above. In this present moment, breathing with the wholeness of our being.
And now, let us feel our connection to this special place that you abide upon on this planet right now. Draw in the spirit of your land that you abide upon. Feel your relationship to the soils, stones, waterways, the forest, flowers, the communities of life who call these habitat their home, just like you, and who also receive stability and nourishment from Mother Earth and the warmth of the sun and the moon, just like you. In this present moment, in this special place, we acknowledge those who have come before. We acknowledge the ancestors of the original indigenous peoples of the lands we inhabit, who have been in sacred relationship with our lands for countless generations. We acknowledge the future ancestors of this land, who will continue to hold this land as sacred for countless generations to come. And we humbly invite all of them to bless us and our practice.
Let us also call upon all of our sources of inspiration, our own healthy and well ancestors, elders, teachers and guides, lineage masters, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and wisdom beings that we feel connected to, and invite them all to be present with us now. We invite their blessings to enter us and everyone who is present for this meditation, and receive the blessings of their love, support, guidance, healing, and clarity. As this blessing enters you, feel the love and caring that was coming all the way into your deepest heart of hearts. And breathe it in. And breathing out, we send this love to everyone who is present in this circle. And breathing in, receive the love that is being sent. And breathing out, sending, breathing in, receiving, like the ebb and flow of the tides, washing blessings amongst us in this circle, gradually expanding your focus to include all of your friends, family, and community, and all of those who this practice may serve. Imagine our circle gradually growing from our home, neighborhood, bioregion, country, and continent to include all beings in all places everywhere, embracing the whole planet with our love. Breathing in and breathing out with Gaia.
Now, with this feeling of rootedness below, expansiveness above, and waves of love flowing from your heart, let's turn our awareness to those who are suffering, the places where there is war, poverty, disease, pollution, droughts or floods or fires, wherever the need for healing is very great. Breathe in this suffering, and breathing out, send your love and caring to relieve the suffering of the earth, her people, and all life, all around the whole planet. Imagine that where there is hunger, great nourishing gardens begin to grow. Where there is thirst, fresh clean waterways spring up. Where there are unhoused, safe shelters are built. Where there is war and conflict, choirs of peace echo in the hills. Where there is sickness, vital health is celebrated. And with awareness of where the earth is unstable, in danger or out of balance in any way, imagine a restoration of balanced power, bringing protection and regeneration. As you hear the song lines of the land sing in great harmonies. Now see the generosity and reciprocity in communities of life flowing freely, seeing the beauty and richness of nature flowering into abundance for the sustenance of life, revitalizing this radiant blue-green planet we call home.
As we hold this glowing vision of Mother Earth, we call into our awareness the presence of the Earth Treasure Vases that have been planted or are in the process of being planted all around the world. Let us imagine that together we are pouring our love and caring in the form of light into each and every clay pot buried in the body of Mother Earth, filling each vase with our deepest prayers and blessings for healing. Imagine each Earth Treasure Vase radiating light in every direction, sending healing and protective energies wherever it is needed, in whatever form it is needed. See the light like a rainbow streaming forth from each of the vases, white, yellow, red, blue, green, and all the colors in between. And breathing in and breathing out, allow the feeling of caring and compassion in your heart of hearts to grow. Send that love out in the form of light to all the people, animals, plants, and places that are connected to the Earth Treasure Vases that need healing and protection in the past, in the present, and in the future. Beginning at the center of the Earth Treasure Vase Global Healing Mandala, in a cave above Los Alamos National Laboratory in New Mexico, the birthplace of the atomic bomb, and to the north at the source of the Rio Grande River in Creede, Colorado, to the south at the mouth of the Rio Grande at the Gulf of Mexico, to the east on the top of Mount Baldy above Santa Fe, and to the west on Mount Chocoma, known as Sycamore, to the Tewa people of New Mexico, the custodians of the sacred lands where this mandala began.
And now, having established the center and the four directions, see the mandala growing in every direction. To the Indian Point Nuclear Reservation on the Hudson River, New York. To the headwaters of the old-growth redwood forest in Northern California. The Punta Comita on the coast of Araquia, Mexico. Vilcabamba, Ecuador. Jacava, Kosovo. The Lawrance Laboratory at the University of California, Berkeley. The Dao Dam Forest on the border of Thailand and Burma. the village of Ein Kerem in Israel, Palestine. Hiroshima, Japan. The cloisters in New York City after 9/11. Biosphere 2, Oracle, Arizona. The Martin Luther King Freedom Center in Oakland, California. The source of the Ganges in India. The source of the Amazon in Peru. The Southern Pacific Ocean, 93 feet down in Egum Atoll, the Trobriand Islands of Papua New Guinea. The Arctic Circle, Alaska. The Kogi lands of the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta, Colombia. Talawayan Village, Lofa Country, Rojama District, Liberia, West Africa. The Blyde River Canyon, Limpopo Province, South Africa. The Giza Plateau in Egypt. Haleakala, Maui, Hawaii. The Tombora Forest, South Kivu Province, the Democratic Republic of Congo. Avebury, England. Bindaluk, Jarwin Country, Catherine, Northern Territory, Australia.
And the second generation of Earth Treasure Vases, in Gabbermong, Armland, Australia. The Mackenzie King Park, Ottawa River Valley, Ottawa, Gatineau, Canada. The original Garden of Findhorn, Scotland. The Great Stupa of Buddhanath in Kathmandu, Nepal. The Flint Hills of Kansas, in the heartland of America. The Santa Cruz Mountains near Silicon Valley, California. The Valles Caldera of northern New Mexico. Punululu Bungles, the Kimberleys, Australia. The village of Utqiagvik at the edge of the sea in northernmost Arctic Alaska. The Hanford Nuclear Reservation on shores of the Columbia River in the state of Washington. Mount Ryosen, above Fukushima, Japan. Back to where it all began at the cave hermitage of Sharak, Nepal. To Margibi County, Liberia, in the base of an old ironbark tree in Dithihu Mountain in the Budawang Wilderness of Walbanja Country, Yuan Nation, southeastern Australia. And to our root temple of Tolu Tarling Monastery in Nepal. The Mundur Valley in Turkey, Serpent Mound in Ohio, the Ashaninka Spiritual Portal, Campa do Rio Amonea Indigenous Land, Acre, Brazilian Amazon, bordering Peru. The Border Peace Patrol, Chewarwan, in the demilitarized zone between North and South Korea. Nabusimake, Arwako Territory in Colombia. And in Akaroa Te Waipunamu South Island, Aotearoa, New Zealand. And the vase recently planted on Mount Parnassus, above Delphi in Greece.
And the third generation of Earth Treasure Vases. In Antarctica. The Isle of Lewis in the Outer Hebrides, Scotland. The Salkutak Dunes on Lake Michigan in the USA. The Highwood Valley in the Canadian Rockies in Alberta, Canada, on southeastern Turtle Island, Sharkonagy, Tennessee, on the shores of Lake Washington in Kirkland, Washington, near the Life Care Center where COVID began in the USA. Let us also include the Earth Treasure Vases being stewarded now. 12 second-generation vases, including southwestern Australia, and 17 third-generation vases. Sending our support in the form of light, embracing these Earth Treasure Vases and their stewards as they gather prayers and offerings in their journey. And finally, 6 second-generation vases awaiting their dedication, who rest on the altar along with the mother vase.
Once again, please take a deep, slow in-breath and a deep, slow out-breath. And imagine that all that is needed to relieve the suffering of the earth can be seen as light radiating out from each of the Earth Treasure Vases all around the whole planet, in every direction. Imagine this healing light flowing out from the vases, feeling the whole global Earth Treasure Vase mandala with the powerful energies of our love and caring. See this healing force traveling through the song lines and meridians of the earth, flowing into each location on the global mandala. See the mandala like a web of light embracing the whole planet. Feel the light flowing back and forth like waves from your heart to the Earth Treasure Vases, energizing them and adding vitality and brilliance to the light that is then flowing out to the whole area in the sphere of influence of each of the Earth Treasure Vases.
Now imagine this light flowing into your own location, your special spot in nature, into your lands, and feel the collective spiritual intelligence of the entire global Earth Treasure Vase mandala activating your node on the global healing mandala and entering into you as a holy vessel. Finally, focus your concentration one-pointedly on bringing healing and protection to the whole earth for all time. See the healing and protection radiating out from all the vases around the earth in waves of light flowing back and forth endlessly. And imagine that the healing is accomplished and the vitality of the earth is completely restored.
And recognizing the great interconnected web that life is on Earth, of which we are each a part, let's give thanks for this precious and sacred time, and pray that the compassion and peace that is our true condition may bring supreme happiness and benefit to the earth and to all beings. And with another deep, slow in-breath and deep, slow out-breath, let's bring our awareness back to our body, feeling our feet on the floor, grounded on the earth in our own location, and wiggling our toes, opening our eyes, and returning to the circle for sharing of prayers and making of offerings into the Earth Treasure Vase dedicated to southwestern Australia. And so now our circle is open.
I'd like to share a prayer that this vase and all the energies that it's gathered during the time that you've carried it emanate an energy into southwestern Australia that can slow and reverse the effects of climate change through touching the hearts of every living being in the area and renewing this beautiful biodiversity, and that it be a center for a return of life on Earth.
Thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth. Beautiful prayer. Thank you.
I am on my phone and I'm having a hard time with the settings, but Julian, when you were talking about the whale energy, I was just so enthralled. I've seen whales in other places on the earth and they're just magnificent. And I started to think of the animals here where I live on the unceded Apsaluka land known as Crow. And we have moose, elk, deer, bear, bobcat, eagle, hawk, and just so many beautiful animals. And I would like to place all their energy into your vase so that the beauty of the planet unites within the hearts of the animals that we need to protect and who we all love so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Beautiful. Gratefully received.
Brother Julian and Sophie. Jack's here from Sydney. Sorry, my camera's not working, but I share my love with you and deep thanks for the magnificent love and compassion and joy and everything that you both have put into your journey with the vase. Brother, as you were playing the yidaki, for me there was a beautiful vision of the elders coming together and dancing, singing up the land, and there was beautiful golden rainbows and the stardust. And for me, the prayer that I offer into the vase is the joy of communion with those ancient ones in that way, the joy of dance, the joy of coming together as one community. The prayer for us to return to that time of celebration, the time of first time, and the beauty and the joy and the magic of that light. May we all live as one in the timeline that is forever, not ever present now. It is of the highest order. So the blessings for that vase, for that time. It was like a genie. They all seemed to, as you were playing, they were gathering and dancing up, and then as the music ended and the tones went away, it's like they stepped away, but they left their footprints around the vase, and the essence was present in the vase. So it was like a magic genie that lives in each of us and within that vase. May that ever be present for us all in all lands, all times. Maybe so.
Thank you, dear sister, star sister. Yeah, so beautiful. Thanks so much for sharing your vision and your beautiful heart essence, divine essence into this vase. And you'll be with us in spirit as we travel on from here. And yeah, thank you so much for everything that you do in this way in your own life and your own community and around the world. Greatly appreciated. Much love from us.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, beautiful sister. Thank you.
Kaya, Julian and Sophie and Megan. They're in Nungabuja. Hello to you there in the southwest. Thanks, Julian and Maggie, for your hosting of this call, and you've taken us to a really deep place. There's so many prayers going in with this vase and radiating out from this vase, too many to name, but to name just a couple of them. And before I do, wow, the didgeridoo that you played today, it's always amazing, but that was next level. The sound came through so beautifully, and wow, that I can just feel how also when the vase goes into the ground there, and then you're joining us as the sacred Earth Treasure Vase that you are in human form, and playing the didgeridoo on these calls. Wow, this whole mandala is getting a big charge up. So thank you, just honouring that. Yeah, and it does feel very, very timeless. It feels it's working its way through deep past, through present, and deep into the future as well. Just to name one of the prayers that's coming through for me is very much of the moment, offering in just looking for the words now. Just, well, to share the feeling, like to offer my tears, to offer my grief, to offer what's been felt with the recent referendum with the no vote for the voice in Parliament. And with that comes my deep prayer for ongoing healing in the land for non-Aboriginal people, and Aboriginal people, and this prayer that you talked about, Julian, of people coming together and walking together. May that just come through really beautifully in coming times in Australia. May people be able to really connect from the heart, to have their ears and their eyes open for whatever's needed for the next phase of healing, especially for especially for like non-Indigenous people to have the opening of heart, like my sort of people. I was born in the outback there in the southwest of Australia, in the Calamai Balladong country, and born of Irish and English and Scottish and German and Cree ancestry. So just extending that prayer for all the people that have come to those lands, and the healing and the unity and the harmony and the balance to come there, and for that to flow in partnership with the Indigenous people of the land, with the traditional land holders, with the ancient knowledge holders, with the healers of the land, and with all the beings. So during the meditation, the offering that I'd like to make into the vase, a feeling came through, just really clear and simple, which was the offering of a wattle flower. They're so soft, and when I'm in the bush in Western Australia, I just rub the wattle flower on my cheek. It's so soft. It's like the softest caress of my mother, the earth. So in a time when I think a lot of people in the world now need to feel the love and the nurturing from the mother, I offer the gentleness, the softness of the Mother Earth into that vase, in the wattle flower. And mainly I saw that area that you're going to, the southwest of Western Australia, in that vivid green colour of the springtime, of the new growth, say after fire or when the rains come, beautiful green springtime energy. Blessings on your journey, and may beautiful things spring forth.
Thank you so much. Yeah, you've shared so much. Both of you have shared so much with this vase, and it contains your tears and your love and your fierce passion for the beautiful world that we know that is possible, and just the heartache that we're not quite there yet, but we're getting there step by step. And your prayers are very precious from you both, and love you both dearly, and we definitely dedicate a lot of this energy out into the world at the moment, to soothe all the conflict that's going on at the moment. And there's a lot of incredible medicine that you've offered into this vase that will radiate that back to nourish you guys as well. So thank you so much.
Yeah, and I want to add, it's been said that the world is sound. Everything has a shape and sound. The sound of the Om, the main seed syllable, and then all the other sounds. And when I think about you, Julian, and Sophie, I think about sound. And I want to bring that prayer for the sound of the world, of what the resonance and what the sound that we put out, and a prayer for more of the whale song and the didgeridoo drum and the bird sing and the children laughing, and less of machinery that destroy the land and bombs and cries. So make the sound be elevating, make the sound be healing sound. make the mantra keep on, the Gaia mantra keep on surrounding and healing the earth. Yeah, good luck in your way.
Thank you so much. Yeah, that's really beautiful. Yeah, and we can do that. You know, it's some of the Noongar people here, Dr. Uncle Noel Nanup, he talks about it's like as human beings, it is with the skills that we have got the capacity to be looking after all other beings better than any other species. You know, that is our responsibility to be the carers of everything and to share our voice. And elders speak about that. If we don't share our voice into the field or our vibration or our energy, then the world can get sick. You know, we need to share our energy, our love, our vibration, our voice into the field. So yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing that we can all do is, you know, sing a song for the earth and contribute to the sounding of this world and its capacity to come back into harmony. Yeah, thank you so much.
Blessings, dear beloveds. This is time for me to share that this is my experience of this vase over time, and especially tonight. It's singing a song of, or many, many songs of joy is the first word, and courage and wisdom and comfort and healing. And my experience in this ceremony was of, and I still feel it, the all of us with the whales and the dolphins singing into the song lines, and light and sound together all the way through the whole mandala songline around the earth. And I could hear it and see it kind of soothing the heat, calming the heat in the Middle East and calming the heat in different places, like just bringing the medicine, the sound and light medicine that is needed in that place. And so may this vase be the courage to sing the songs with each other and with all beings, especially the whales and the dolphins and the dig vibration. May we all be bright songs of joy in the world, supported by the love poured into and the love that will be streaming out from this vase forevermore with Mother Gaia.
Um, thank you so much. Yeah, yeah, it's a very special area for that whale communication. Uncle Noel has just, with some other people, created this film recently called Mamang, and it had its world premiere here in Perth a few weeks ago, and it's going to be starting to be available for screenings. So if people are interested in having a screening in their home country, or to tap into this energy of the dolphins and the whales and the communication, you'll be able to request that. And yeah, that knowledge from this specific area is very special, very important. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Deep gratitude. My hearts are yours.
Lady, I see your hand raised. You can come in.
So, hello everybody. Can you hear me? Okay. I thank you for all that has been shared. Thank you, Julian and Sophie, for being in service in this way. And I would like the Italy vase is here, has received so many didgeridoo songs, and it feels I would like to share into the vase these little natural peels that are seeds of the Lorelei tree. It is a sacred tree from the Mediterranean area, and it brings healing, very deep healing, vision, and the connection to success of any endeavor, completion and power connected to the highest vibrations. It's a most sacred plant. And so I would like to offer in reciprocity this medicine from this part of the world. And also I'm connecting to a whale that I met while I was sailing. And it feels like a messenger. So there's a connection from the heart there. And I just want to offer this and all the blessings for the vase. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's so beautiful. Yeah, really appreciate that sacred offering and that deep medicine. That's very beautiful, and we'll take that with us. Thank you so much.
Maggie and Ava?
You first. The growing sense with the vase as we've shared this meditation, it certainly is a node in itself, but I feel like it's a node upon a node upon a node upon a node. There is this great gathering force in it. It's like many of the serpents weaving its way, and the snake skin was very much there as you played the Yadaki, Julian. Some of it sort of come forth from what people have said, the biodiversity there, the coming together of so much in that corner of the land. I think the timeliness of the planting of this vase, with the world situation as it is, there is a significance. There is a coming together of so much from many lands that this little great vase is holding. So my prayer is that it goes into the womb of the mother, that with the enormity of the beings of this land, the ancestral beings, guarding, guiding, directing the new dreaming, that it can have the manifestation that's needed at this time, that there can be the coming into being of this dream that's so incredibly beautiful for Mother Earth. And I would hold it in the words of the late elder from the Kimberleys, Malachi, and he speaks of the ongoing divine creation, but he uses the phrase, everything standing up alive, brand new. So my prayer is that with all of the complexity and the interweaving and the coming together, that the truth within it is this bringing into being everything standing up alive, brand new, as it should be. Thank you for being the custodians. It's a mighty task, and your mighty beings, and deep, deep blessings for the fulfillment of this. Love you dearly.
Thank you so much, Maggie. Beautiful.
Song for you, song for your vase. Beautiful, 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 beautiful vase. Beautiful, 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 beautiful vase. You know, my Lord, you know, my Lord, beautiful vase.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, both of you. Beautiful thoughts. Yeah, we love you very much and really appreciate the deep medicine that you know very well with this journey, and you being the custodians of the vase for the Kimberley feels very special to have you, you know, sharing that energy and that sense of completion with us to help see this, the completion of this. So yeah, thank you so much. Beautiful. Many blessings.
Julie, would you like to share?
Thank you, everyone, for tonight, and Julian and Sophie, the journey so far that I've been on with you, and the sharing of your song, your music, your dreaming. I feel great optimism and hope, particularly with this vase, and for my understanding tonight of the way that it kind of completes that mandala within the mandala. And my again, my intuition about the importance of your land and Australia and the Aboriginal way. My deepest prayer for that unity. And into the vase, I'd like to place my prayer as someone who is not a musician, but my hope is that the harmony and the melody and the song lines are amplified and create such a harmony that any disharmonies, any off key, off note is sort of easily, effortlessly brought into tune, like a great tuning fork, that any of the disharmonies are just brought back into alignment around the globe.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, there is one of the elders who we're going to be traveling with to this special sacred place. He's in touch with an Indigenous song circle, and they're very much into prayer and song, and you know they live in the exact region where we're going. So I'm sure their songs will be having a very strong input in that kind of way, you know, and getting it just finely tuned. Yeah, but yeah, thank you for the depth of your transmission and prayer. Thank you.
Ranchi?
Hello, everyone. I'm in southern Australia, Adelaide, on the Ghana land, red kangaroo land. And I feel incredibly grateful to you, Julian, and Sophie, for what you're doing, because we need it so much here at the moment. I want to place into the vase the vision of us all walking together, Indigenous and non-Indigenous. And may there be harmony, great harmony, one mind and one heart and one love. And thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, actually felt a vibration come from the vase when you spoke that. I heard a sound come from the vase and I felt it, so thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Stephen.
Hello, everyone. Julian, I don't know how you did it, but that didge playing tonight, it was like being sent to the 10th dimension. I came back with like no words, no visions, just peace. So thank you for that. And partly because of that, there are so many things I want to say and so many things I feel I should say that I'm not even going to go there because that would take too long. So what I would like to do is put a little song into the vase. And don't ask me why I chose this song because I don't know the reason why, but it's from the movie The Prince of Egypt, when Moses is leading the people out of the oppression, and suddenly the children start singing this wonderful little song. And that's what you're going to get. Ashira Ladonai ki godga, Ashira Ladonai ki godga, Mi tamocha belim adomunai, Mi kamocha neda ba kodesh, Nachta v'chasticha amzug alta, Nachta v'chasticha amzug alta, Ashira, Ashira, Ashira. There can be miracles when we believe. Thank you.
Beautiful. Absolutely, we believe. Yeah, and really that music that comes through is really just a distillation of all of us. You know, it's Mother Earth speaking through all of us. So thank you. Thank you for that prayer. Beautiful, joyful.
Laura Lynn.
Well, hello, everyone, and thank you for this wonderful song-filled circle. Oh my gosh. I also, like everyone, was just transported with the vibration. There were it was a combination tonight that felt like many, many more musicians tuning up. It's like we've all, not just our circle, but everyone around the world that is thinking of peace and transformation from the old empire into the new that's going to be so beautiful. We're gathering for a concert, and I feel like when this particular vase, Julian, gets planted, it's going to be like finally the sound tech plugged in the speakers, the amplifiers and everything, and it's going to just vibrationally completely like Julia was talking about, get rid of all of the disharmonious things that are being consciously broadcast right now from the people who are doing such things out of ignorance, that this vibration is going to sound so delightful and feel so good that more and more people are going to want to be coming to this concert, and then also being inspired to be musicians and singing in these ways with the earth and the beings and the whales and the stars. And I just got a really strong message that you know, it's easy to get disheartened by things that happen politically, like the referendum not going through for the Indigenous people to have a voice in that particular venue. But it's just really occurring to me that this is a bigger venue, and the voice where we really are going to be speaking and being heard, that's an old avenue, that's old tech, that wherever that is there, it's obviously falling apart in systems all over the world. And what we're tapping into is the beauty of what the elders from all the earth-based intact cultures always told us, is it's connecting with the earth and with each other. And the ways that we have of doing that are just amplified with this technology that we're using tonight, as well as the old time technology. Shout out from the little shell vase to your vase too. And we're connected, and all hands on board are coming together to make this a beautiful, beautiful orchestration that's going to inspire everyone in subtle ways, in big ways. It'll just be exciting to see how it works, and all of the beautiful messages we'll be getting to counteract all the terrifying things we've been seeing, and to harmonize. So just Chimagwich to everyone. Lameye. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Laura Lynn. Yeah, I can only hold back the truth for so long. Truth, you know, will prevail. Yeah, celebrating that, coming to be bit by bit. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, many blessings for your vase and your journey there. Yeah, all the good spirit of this land sending to support the good spirit of your land. Thank you.
Ray?
Well, first, of course, such gratitude to you, Julian and Sophie, for the long carrying of the vase. And the last few days, I've been so looking forward to tonight, feeling this very grounded joy that the culmination of so many gestures and offerings is getting more and more focused as you prepare to bury the vase. And what an incredible celebration it is, especially being in Australia with the other vases that are there. Your country is so important to this belief, this effort that we want to support for Gaia and for all the lives joined on her. And as I was feeling what a joy it would be to be there tonight and to be with your vase, there was just one word that kept coming. It was reverberation, 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 reverberation. So may all of the harmony and the courage and the beauty and the freeing of all the song lines that people have expressed tonight, may they just reverberate. I know they will, because of your sacred efforts, the two of you, and the purity of your efforts. So I know that the reverberations will be great and strong, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, feels good, so good to feel that love and the support, and yeah, I think yeah, we always look forward to these meetings because it is such a loving field that's held here, and it just feels so important just to fill up on that feeling of community, love and support and care for each other and care for all beings. And yeah, thank you so much for those reverberations. Thank you.
Hi, Mimi.
Hi. Um, I think what just came to me is I'm just coming from being with the Mapuche people in Chile and doing encounters between different indigenous nations. And so I want to place in their language, in Mapudungun, put a blessing of good newen, which means strength. And it's like more than just strength. It's like just like wellness, fortification of the spirit and being connected and all that. And I also I put in the vase what I hold as the meaning of peace, which is cessation of againstness, as something that can be held there and reverberate everywhere, and just sending you connecting vibes from the Chile vase here onto yours. Many blessings.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It feels so good to receive that from your vase and from your heart, and those connections to those wisdoms and pure energies. So yeah, thank you so much. It means a lot to us. Thank you.
Hi, Michelle.
Hey. It's so moving to hear of the journey you've been on and all the folks in many realms involved, and the land coming alive even now under your feet, in your feet, and your hands and your heart as you hold this vase. And during the prayer and the meditation, I sensed wings hovering, many realms of wings, and maybe also the wings of our own hearts, humanity's hearts, and a sense of many winged ones. And then also the phrase fractals of communion. So a few days ago here in my little yard in near the Ohio River, the land where I live and have gardens, and have a dogwood tree in my front yard, and it has so many ripe red, bright red berries on it right now. And there were in this tree full all kinds of birds: blue jays, sparrows, cardinals, robins, all kinds of birds, a diversity of birds feasting on this tree of life. And this, rooted in earth, rooted in heaven. So that sense of fractals of communion and celebrating, the abundance that's here for us all, and the sense that it's in our reach. It never wasn't in our hands, that it's for us to remember, maybe with hands on our hearts. That's how I'm feeling it, this you know, the tree of life has fruits for us, and we reach up, we reach down, you know, from the well of being and we draw from the well beings, and then within our reach, this fractals of communion all along the way, and all the way here. So may this vase continue to resonate that celebration of abundance here for all beings and all realms. Thank you for your stewarding such a beautiful way.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it reminds me of something our beloved Mama Margaret said when we were at Gabonmang. We were sitting next to a little stream, and she just spoke about the importance of just keeping our hearts open. And she just said it's like this little stream that makes its way through the land, and there's the flowers and there's the trees and the plants, and it's just the stream is getting infused with all these medicines, and it's like we got to keep the flow going in our hearts. And she's just said sometimes we've closed our hearts because, you know, it feels too difficult to feel everything, but she really encouraged us to feel the goodness and feel the grief and just keep our heart open so the energy can keep on flowing, and so we don't get stuck and we don't get, you know, confused and stressed, and just, yeah. And she really meant that about the incredible majesty of life, and the nourishment and the abundance, like the birds just feasting. And we just got to keep that level of our heart open to the abundance and all the good that's happening in the world, so that energy can flow through us. So yeah,
The goodness and the grief, and I was wailing with grief when I saw the birds and received the, you know, the message of also the joy that's here, and the sharing, and, you know, beyond all the lines that have been drawn, and the, you know, the competition and whatever all that is. Yeah, thank you.
yeah, thank you.
Let us hear your voice, Marita.
Hello, everyone. I am so grateful to you, Julian and Sophie, for your journey and your stewarding. And in speaking about keeping that flow coming from our hearts, this is such a high vibration evening, and such a powerful group. And I feel as though I could just go in and capture all of the love that we exhaled into as a circle, into the center of our circle, and scoop that up like as if I had a butterfly net and placed it in your Earth Treasure Vase, Julian and Sophie. All of that strong, powerful, loving breath from everyone in this circle now added to your vase, so that it may be stronger and emanate that love when buried. Alaho.
Alaho. Thank you so much. Yeah, a profound thing happens when we just, in the face of everything that's making us feel like we have to shut down our heart and protect ourselves, like opening our heart and just feeling it and receiving it and giving that energy, and just find that balance between being nourished but also nourishing all life, and nourishing ourselves and nourishing all life. You know, this practice and this, you know, that's the way things can find balance, and you know, draw in the suffering send love and you know, honor that. And yeah, but yeah, there is so much love here in this circle. So thank you for being part of it and sharing. Thank you.
Thank you, Marita. I'd like to read some blessings and prayers that were shared in the chat. Liza Jane offers golden, restful, healing silence into the vase from the land that now holds her, a land called well-being. Olivia from Vancouver, British Columbia shares, may we embody the deep primal wisdom of the whales and dolphins, and may the deep primal loving wisdom ripple out to all humanity. She says, thank you, Julian and Sophie. Osa shares, may the mysterious energies of the night sky turning toward eclipse stream into the vase. May these energies stream back out of the vase whenever she is activated, infusing the earth with her celestial complement. Anne Marie shares, sending a concert of the perfect fifth, the golden ratio, with tuning forks and seed rattle, as prayer and amplifier of all the thoughtful, heartfelt intentions the circle is sharing, that is the mandala. I'd also like to extend Cynthia's love. I was not able to be in this call, and I meant to share that at the beginning of the call. She is recovering from getting COVID, and so we hold her in our heart, and I extend her love to us at this time. And I like to share some words in the affirmative form that she shared about 2 years ago, announcing the creation of the 3rd generation vases as an offering into the vase. She says, when we listen deeply, we hear Gaia calling, the lineage masters and ancestors beings, and the ancestors speaking. Our awakened nature is rooted in country. Together, we are strong. We awaken to our sacred purpose and contribute to the generation of life on Earth. And so, in these words, I greet the vase, and I let the vase know that I will be accompanying the journey of its fulfillment into the ground, and with so much joy in my heart and so much awe, real awe and wonder, share that I'll be returning to Australia after a few years, after being so deeply touched and moved and grown by the land there to fulfill this sacred task, and just feel so grateful for the partnership that is an echo of last full moon's call, where we had Therese and Itai join us, and their labor of love in fulfilling that vase, to now this echo, this reverberation of your partnership, Sophie and Julian. And so in that manifestation now taking place, I invoke partnership. It has been already named but I invoke it and I enhance it, and may partnership amongst humans, amongst the new and the ancient lore, the partnership between the children being born now and the ancient wisdom of the indigenous elders that are and will be here through this time of emergence, be in partnership. May we partner with the land to create beauty and to feel the memories that the land holds, to be able to break open and birth what is now and will continue to dawn. So much gratitude. So much gratitude.
We look forward to welcoming you to this land and connecting you with our family and Megan and her family and other elders and friends and community. So yeah, it'll be a great blessing to have you here. And yeah, you hold this community in such a beautiful, loving space. And yeah, we're so grateful for you and everything you do for this community. So thank you so much.
Thank you. The Waters Vase and I will be joining and are so grateful and honored to be part of this journey. And so with all of that, we actually just saw your mic turn on, Maggie. Did you want to say something?
Yes, to extend an invitation to you to perhaps put out the word for our generosity to support you.
Oh, that's right. So to make this to make this happen, to answer the calling that I feel arises both from my heart and from Gaia to join the burial, I will be doing a crowdfunding. I will be raising for the airfare, which from where I live in Colombia to Australia is about $2,000. So I will be posting a link for the crowdfunding likely tomorrow. I don't have it yet, but between tomorrow and Monday, that will be going up. And so I gratefully and humbly will receive any donations, both monetary or spoken in thought. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks, Maggie. And so with all of that, we gather up the merit of our time together, sending it out to all of the places upon Gaia that need it at this time, past, present, and future. And so for as long as the earth remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then, may these earth treasure vases too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. Through the merits of this practice, may all beings realize their inseparability with Gaia and all life upon her, living in peace and harmony. May there be no more war or conflict, and may all hearts be filled with compassion. Alalaho.